Alright, so what's up you guys, it's your boys SJ. It's coming back at you again with another video, and no, this time we're not playing OJ. As you guys have seen by the title, we're talking about OJ because I need to talk about the current state of the game. So let's not talk around it. Why did My Hero 1 Justice die? So we're all familiar with the game My Hero 1 Justice, a game plenty of us loved and anticipated on for a long time, only to find a game dead 4 months after its initial release. So what went wrong? What could have prevented this all round? And is there any hope for this game at all? So just before I start to dig in, I just wanted to say this is from my personal perspective as someone who played this game a fuck ton and worked his way up to become the best of the best, and hours worth of figuring out tech for characters on request. I think I can finally raise my voice and say something about this. So first off, when the game started, I said it had potential to move on if taken care of well outside of just adding characters. And needless to say, that's exactly where it fell down on its back. So let's take a look at what we received from the game in its base state. So from the base game itself, we had a story mode, we had a mission mode, and we had online, and online offered us casuals and ranked mode. And that wraps it up what the game had to offer in the beginning, which quite honestly, for a starting fighting game or a brawler game at that, it could have been better, but it's not terrible to start off with. But if we take a closer look, that's when things turn dark. So let's deconstruct what we have on our plate right here. If we take a look at story mode, I don't think I have seen anyone that actually told me that they thought it was good at all or worth playing. And yes, I quite frankly agree to that. The story mode is done real quick. It doesn't have any reason to play it outside of All for One and some customizable items if you're into that. And filler mode, to be honest, I completely forgot about it until I turned on my PlayStation to take one close look at it before I wrote this script. Cutscenes felt rather lackluster and gave off no sorts of hype or whatsoever. And when I say that, I'm specifically, and I mean specifically, looking at you, United States of Smash. What caught me into My Hero altogether was it had emotion behind every fight and builds up tension to set moments. The fights are somewhat predictable, sure, but the intensity behind the story is what sold it for me. The punches meant something, the kicks meant something, and I feel like this game completely missed a mark on that and didn't capture that at all. And to be honest, a story mode for a brawling game, you know what, it's whatever, but let's put story mode aside and let's take a look at mission mode, which quite honestly, it was a complete, and I mean a complete disaster, and was a waste of time to even put in the game, because outside of tags that you could flex after grinding your characters to level 100, it was not worth touching at all, because all it was some sort of monopoly with My Hero 1 Justice. You move on from spot to spot, which AI went from jumping around to jumping around aggressively, because what you can do is just kick them up in the air and loop them from there. It had no sorts of challenge. It did not do anything for us as a player, and it just really felt empty. And I don't think we can say much more about it altogether outside of what I just said just now. So let's hop over to the update and talk about that instead of online, because I want to talk about online later on, because that was the thing that held me dearly and the closest to the whole game, and I personally feel like that was the most important to the game altogether. So for the update, we got shoot style Deku for free, a new mission map, and arcade mode. And when I read that, I was genuinely excited. It looked like we had the support we wanted and the game was willing to step it up. But then we started to pick it apart on what it actually was, and yet again it failed us. And don't get me wrong, the fact that we got shoot style Deku for free was amazing. It's a high anticipated character, and to give him out for free was an awesome way to show you care about the player base and what they wanted. Mission mode was sold for €1, which is probably $1.50 for you guys in the US, which was, in my opinion, a bad move, because it's not worth buying a one and done for maybe 3 cool items you will like, or maybe not even like, and you'll probably not even end up using them anyways. Then we have arcade modes, which honestly, it was a one and done yet again. If you fought your way through a predetermined round of enemies for a calling card, you were done. It failed to impress just yet again. It didn't have any difficulty scale to adjust. The AI just springs around and was easy to catch by doing air combos just like mission mode, and resetting them all together was an easy way to go through arcade mode. Like I said previously, there's just no point in returning to play it after the initial playthrough with a character, because you got your calling card and that was it. So if we take this all together and add it up, what can we make out of the problem the game has? Indeed, it's the lack of content and play value. So in short, what went wrong is the fact that the game did not improve over time and did not do steps ahead, but rather stood still. Everything that got added in the game did not improve a single single thing. It just kept us sweet for a week or so and it returned to normal right after. And if you're like me, you care about online the most, and that was the main priority from the start, but even then the game failed to deliver. We have casuals and we have rank mode, and if you take a look at what type of game it is, it doesn't sound bad, does it? One competitive side of the game and one casual side for those who want to keep it easy and cool. Nothing wrong with it, right? Well, let's take the essence of ranked and take it all out, and that's when you get one justice: ranked mode. Ranked is supposed to mean something, and matches should be intense because you don't want to lose the points you worked so hard for getting. But was it really hard work? Fuck no, because in the end you can't even lose the points you got, and even if you lost, you still got points to your name. And the problem with that is the fact that the leaderboards for rank mode can be completely thrown out the fucking window because it means nothing anymore. By not being able to lose the points, the leaderboards will not tell you how good one is. It will only tell you how much time he spent into the game and how much he's willing to deal with Todoroki fireball spammers online. It does not tell you anything about a player outside of playtime, and that completely just shoots down the whole idea of having ranked mode. And I know I've said this plenty of times and for a long time at that, but it's only normal for people to get the impression one is good by the total points or positions on the leaderboards, but it means fuck all. It would be a valid argument if only ranked did what it had to do from the beginning. There is no difference between casual and ranked outside of the damn points. It just is, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have anything ranked to it. We are 4 months, nearly 5 months down the line, and what the game has given us so far is 3 characters, an arcade mode, and a handful of mission maps. To me, this is the biggest middle finger I've received from a game so far, and it's just terrible. The game itself was never going to survive longer than a year realistically, but 4 months, my man? 4 months and just having a handful of things only tells me the developer really just said, fuck it, we'll take the initial money and whatever's next, we don't care. It was already predetermined to let this game die out after the initial cash in and not help it any further. A one and done for a game that had good potential and a player base willing to play the game for a longer extended time. I think this game would have been good for a year or so, and all honestly, even with support, it wouldn't have made it past the 1 year mark. The game itself sadly is just too simple by the way it is to not lose grip over a period of a year, but that's fine. A year is a solid time for a game to exist, live and breathe. But that aside, let me tell you, this was highly unnecessary. If they took the initiative to make game modes like a tournament mode, a King of the Hill, and fixed online mode, which we've all been requesting, it would have looked way better for the game all around, and it's definitely not too much to ask for this and could have easily been done by now, but instead they had no intention to improve where it was much needed. I honestly wish they would do something for this game to at least give back to the players who did care enough to not abandon it soon, but with the way it is right now, I can only say the chances of that happening are pretty much non-existent, which absolutely sucks dick because I love this game. I love the community that, and I love the way it was evolving for a period of time. I know a lot of people that enjoyed OJ, and you probably watching right now who are subscribed to my channel came here for OJ, and only to be let down by a game like that is just a huge middle finger. So let me know what you guys think went wrong with this game, and if you have any arguments for the game itself or have anything to say, please let me know in the comments down below because I'd love to talk about it. So it was your boys LSJX, man, and I hate to do it. I really hate to make this video, but it just had to be done. I need to keep it 100. I hate that this game died out because in all honesty, it has given me so much I'm proud of, but it just had to go. So hopefully you guys still somewhat enjoyed this video. Stay healthy, stay blessed, and I'm out. Peace.